What is going on, all my amazing viewers to play later? How we doing today? Oh, got a strange one here for the channel. Really, really do. I have to preface it this way. I am not starting a Death Guard army. I'm not. No matter how much fun I've had painting some of these, I'm not. But as you know by that thumbnail and everything that's clicked on to get here today, yeah, Warhammer 40k is back with the Death Guard Deathshroud Bodyguarder Terminators. We're going to get into all this goodness here in just a moment, but you know how we do things here on the channel. We have got to get the adulting out of our way before we can play. So first up is a word from our unofficial sponsor.
So there I was, 23 years old, prime in my life. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and my hair was thinning. It was all falling out. It wasn't until I discovered this one solution that changed everything. My first initial thought was, it's gotta be genetics, right? It's not my fault, this is genetic. Go and find out. I'm not the only one dealing with thinning hair and confidence issues. And it was nuts because we started to change everything in our routine.
We started looking at what we were putting in our bodies, what we were eating, how much water we were intaking, and then we started working out and taking care of ourselves, but still something was missing.
But also what we put on our body is drastically important to our skin and hair health. So we ditched all of those chemical filled products. We started using healthy, organic ingredients and took it upon myself to start creating these organic ingredient products to help people. I have a solution for you. Ditch all of those chemical filled products and grab something that's organic, natural, handmade, something that your family will thank you and your health will thank you. Make the switch today.
Great man, great company. Seriously, click that link down below. You will not be disappointed. Johnny Slicks is amazing. Make sure you abuse the ever-loving out of that viewer exclusive discount code that he's given you. All right, let's get the other part out of the way that I hate. Currently over on Warhammer.com, these guys are $62.50. I know I can find them cheaper on Amazon, but I'm giving you the official price because everything's getting hard to find nowadays. Basically, these guys are the bodyguards of the Death Guard elite, all right? These are like Mortarian's bodyguards, Typhus's bodyguards. They are armed with monstrous, murderous size that are bigger than just... Basically, they are in Terminator armor, which means they're huge. Now, I will say it just like this. I love Mortarian's backstory. There's a part of me that connects with him because I have had problems my entire life with asthma. The sickly little kid who can't do everything everybody else does. So Morty gets spawned into that. Depending how you believe the books, chaos interferes, whips a bunch of all the Primarchs into the warp, and he ends up on a death world. So Morty cannot make his stepdaddy happy, and he can't make the Emperor happy. The Emperor has to kill Morty's stepdaddy because Morty can't do it. So that was like one of the first things that helped him fall to chaos, and Typhus was the other thing, because Typhus was the first guy in the Death Guard that got corrupted. Actually, he was one of the first, so yeah. But okay, I've got Mortarian, I've already brought him to the channel. I want to paint him. But I know I want to do that cream color armor with some green on it. So I needed something to experiment with that was a bigger thing, had lots of intricate little details and all that other fun crap. Why not the Deathshroud? Seriously, why not? There's only 3 of them. I can experiment with some things, have a little bit of fun, and go, does this work? Does that not work? What's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? Okay. So there's the back of the box. Now, I like the fact that you get a bunch of different head options, you get a bunch of different weapon options, like for the boss, you can either have them holding bells or double plague spurters. There's neat stuff you can do with this. I have fully painted one, he's sealed. I've got another that's about to hit the sealer later today and one unassembled. I've been doing them one at a time and doing them that way. So you're going to see 2 that are already together, but still. All right. Sorry. Little hyper over this one. Now, it is G-dub, so gotta get spare parts. Now, that's the extra plague spurter for the champion. I saw in the instructions, I just removed everything, and I went, no, I like that grave on there better. That had like the fly symbols, I believe it was. So I went with that instead of the extra plague spurter. You're going to get 3 bases, which for their size, I believe those are 40 millimeter. And you're going to get 2 sprues. Yeah, I've used a lot of everything on here, and I already see where the next one's going to be. The guy who's got the little worm crawling out of his head. So basically, you get helmeted, unhelmeted. You get weird little things you can add in there to make them all nurgly. Now, what I like about GW, and I'm kind of curious about this because lately with sprues I've been getting. Okay, yeah, 2017. So this is not their newer sprue that has the Warhammer on there. Everything on that sprue has a number corresponding with it. Just like every model train, model car, model plane, whatever you put together. Follow along in the instruction book, you're going to be fine. What I like about this book, it's color. Blue is kind of what you're working with. Yellow is where they want the super glue or the plastic glue. Now, what I thought was cool, like for the champion, they give you different ways to put them together, hence the blue and the green. Just keep following along. It's going to go together pretty easy peasy. I had no issues putting them together other than going, what head do I want? Do I want the double plague spurter or not? How does this look here? So just being able to work through it was kind of cool. They give you instructions on how to put 3 very unique Deathshroud Terminators together. And from what I understand with people who play Nurgle, I should say Death Guard, and watching play on Tabletop, Deathshroud are really, really good. So that's probably why I went with them over the Blight Lords, even though you get more in the Blight Lords. I just figured with the Deathshroud, it was just something different. So, okay, you saw that one on the sprue. Now, like I said, I wanted the creamy color scheme with a little bit of green done in there. I thought to myself, what would be fun to have green? The shoulder pads, obviously. Originally, I had that as a busted bone plate, and then I started looking at other people's things, and no, that's the top of the Terminator armor busting out. So I had to go back in and hit it with Army Painter Speed Paint Algae Green. Algae Green and Serapum Sepia did the majority of my heavy lifting on this miniature. I primed them in white. Everything that I wanted picked out, I did the white armor, the golden trim, the algae green things, and the royal purple cloak, I think it is, or I used Sword Hilt Burgundy from Tooth and Goats. I hit that with the Seraphim Sepia. Darkened it way down, and then just very, very carefully worked my way around the miniature. I wanted different leather looks, so I went 3 steps further than I usually do on my Space Marines. I got to finally experiment with the Army Painter rust effects. I'm not sure how well you can see that. So I stayed away kind of from the rust tone and went with the other rusty colors. And basically glob it on, get a bunch of water, move it around, let it dry. When everything was perfectly dry and I was happy and content with everything, no oil wash all over everything. I still think it came out with a weird, interesting look for Death Guard, and I went, okay. But after I painted him, I noticed the little greaves in the back for like his the leg joints and whatnot. All right. So I had another one to do. And he's still drying up. So bam, here's my next guy. I really went in depth more with the rust effects on these sides. Just simply because I remember reading the beginning and the end and how Jagatai Khan got stabbed by a plague knife. And while he was within the Death Guard's zone of control, for lack of a better phrase, the knife was there. But when he got out, the knife just rusted and boom, gone. So I went, okay, rusty, dirty blades. Okay. Especially with what they're calling the Man Reapers, I believe it is. So yeah, play around with it an awful lot. The one thing, like I told you, I thought about, I went in on the back and did the green halfway up the legs. So it's creamy and green all over the vast majority of the miniature. If you're really scared about painting these guys, it's 3 really big steps. It really truly is. And you can go through it and do it how you want. Like, I totally didn't even clue in on the leg armor there. I should have left that a creamy white in the middle, how it's kind of like this clamp over the top, but I went, it's okay, we'll just have it that golden thing. I went back in after I was done and went, I wonder how that looks. Boom, green. Kind of like it. The cloak was really simple. Seriously. Sword Hilt Burgundy, Seraphim Sepia, glistening gums, dry brush all over the top. And like I said, when it's done, Nuln Oil will take care of everything. Got to play more on the backpack with rusting. So I'm kind of feeling a lot more confident going into Mortarion than I was before I even started this venture. I'm glad, honestly, I took a step back to practice something before I go fuck up a $140 miniature, you know? I'm already scared enough about the goddamn wings, but still. And no, I'm not starting a Death Guard army. I only have Typhus, which I wanted to paint to get outside of my comfort zone. And I went back in later and touched up a lot of things when I had different colors and I felt more confident on certain abilities. And I've got 3 Deathshroud. So, I'm not starting a Death Guard army. I can't start anything new. The better half will stab me. But okay. I guess the main thing with this video, get out of your comfort zone. Go paint something you wouldn't paint. Try new things. See how they work. You know? Yeah, I still am making fun of people who are heavily speed paint it. Because I think it's taking away a lot of stuff, but I can see the benefits of it to be able to get big areas done going through, like with the green. I didn't have to worry about dry brushing and shading, and did I over dry brush here, or did I do this? Did I not highlight it right? That algae green over that white primer from Army Painter, holy F-balls. It was perfect. Granted, it doesn't have the Nuln Oil wash, but still, it gives me exactly what I wanted for my Death Guard. I do like the creamy thing. It's just the white primer and Seraphim Sepia. That's it. I learned that from Peachy Tips when I did the Solar Watch Custodes, so yeah. But like I said, big thing, get out of your comfort zone. Go do something you wouldn't normally paint. Go try something you wouldn't normally do. Just push yourself. Push your skills. Push everything. But that's a topic for another video, right? Alright, we're at the best part of this video. Seriously, we really, really, truly are. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, and anger. All that fun stuff right down below. How do you think these Death Guard turned out? Do you think they turned out okay? Do you think I should go back in, scrap them, melt them down, do whatever? And oh yeah, I forgot something. AK Interactive Muddy Earth. No, not, Muddy Ground, I think it is, for the base. Agrax Earthshade Wash, and then a Absolution Green Dry Brush from Army Painter over the top to make it look like the muddy earth is turning putrid as the Death Guard go by. On my Typhus, I had a big pool of rot and corrosion, and I forgot to do that on that guy, so now with the rest of the Deathshroud, I kind of can't help tie them together and all that fun stuff. But yeah, like I said, do you like these? Heck, how do they perform on the battlefield for you if you do Death Guard? I'd really like to know. Simply because, like I said, I'm doing Mortarion because I like his backstory, and I can kind of connect with it. The sickly kid trying to do things outside his comfort zone and having to push himself. I get that. I get that. Okay, best way to support this channel is threefold. If you have yet to subscribe, please do. You'll put a smile on a gamer's face. See, watch. Hit that big old like button to kick the algorithm in its twig and berries, and leave me a silly comment down below. But mercifully, guys, you're done listening to me rant. Thank you for watching this really weird one on the Deathshroud Bodyguard for the Death Guard. Yeah, I've had fun with these two. I really, really have. I can't do any more Death Guard. I can't. I can't. Oh. I'm probably gonna, but no. Anywho, I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Hopefully you're having a safe day today. And the Emperor willing, one day, real soon, we'll be rolling dice across that tabletop.